and then Running, featuring Bochum on the vocals, really like that. Shout out to Astin. Hello to James. He's been locked in from the start, he's an original jammer, so beat the epicality and flowing. So no need for the nurse, just epicality, mate. That's the word that we invented for the music that we play on this show. Some records are deserving of the hashtag epicality. All records are epicality that we play on the show, but you know, some really do deserve the hashtag. Across the broad spectrum, and thank you very much to everybody that's got involved with the show tonight, whether it be via Facebook, Twitter or text. Now we pause the interaction.
Your R1 Gig Night headliner tonight was Mumford & Sons, 30 minutes uninterrupted highlights from a fantastic night of singers and songwriters that was Mumford & Sons and Friends. R1 Gig Night continues, but not next week, as we're immersed in Masterpieces Week. And next Tuesday, it will be Dizzy Rascal, Boy in the Corner. Tomorrow night, for his first time ever in this studio on Radio 1 for our show, the future of club music. You answer that question tomorrow when you hear from Skrillex. We'll be bringing with him a very special 20-minute mix done specifically for us and for you. Enjoy. We're going to leave you with him right now. Good night.
Till the sun forgot to shine, and our parents called our names, so just you and I were left. Oh, you'll never know how much I love you so. Oh, you will never know how much I love you.
Question you thought were too obvious to ask. It's designed for people who've not been coping long with visual impairment, although anyone's welcome to put a question and indeed answer one. And this time we're going to be concentrating on gadgets and gizmos. The world's full of them now, some designed for visually impaired people, some which just happen to be suitable. But when you're starting out, what to look for? Questions, so we can give the answers to everyone on anything from kettles to computers.
$100 bills in 3 months. I had expected Dad to be furious, but he was more confused than angry. Look, son, can you tell us how you did this and why? We'll forget it.
And, you know, when you look at that situation, we have won it in 66. We were unfortunate in 96 in the Europeans, but it's when you have to go away from home and play those tournaments that have let ourselves down.
Right, so there's a bit of a West Brom connection on the touchline here in terms of substitutions. Just to tell you, the Czechs have scored in Montenegro. They're 3-0 up, so the Czechs are going through, and the Irish are going to go through, the Croats are going to go through. It's only Portugal-Bosnia 0-0, which really there's something about. So, Mike, a few substitutes.
Monday.
BBC World Service, this is Julian Marshall with NewsHour. Coming up in the next 60 minutes, as the Syrian opposition tries to win new friends, Turkey again denounces the government in Damascus.
It is not among our expectations that the Assad regime will meet all the demands of the Syrian people and the international
people. It puts further pressure on the Chancellor to scrap a planned rise of 3 pence in January. Smita is a mum of 2 and says fuel cost is too high.
It can be anything up to about £20, £50 because my husband travels to Derby, to Leicester every day, so we're forever filling up the tank. We have 2 cars, but me and my
by Turkey against the regime of President Assad in Syria. The Turkish Prime Minister has announced new energy sanctions against Syria and accused Bashar al-Assad of feeding on the blood of his people. Italy's new leader, Mario Monti, has said he's convinced
supporting that claim. The trial of 2 men accused of murdering the black teenager Stephen Lawrence in 1993 has heard that he was set upon by a group of white youths shouting racist abuse. Gary Dobson and David Norris deny murder. Italy's new leader, Mario Monti, has said he's convinced the country can overcome its financial crisis. He's in the process of constructing an interim government following the resignation of Silvio Berlusconi. From Rome, Alan Johnston reports.
Mr. Monti appeared on television after 2 days of consultations with political parties, union representatives, business leaders and others. And he said he was sure that the country could emerge from its current very serious economic troubles. Mr. Monti said the groups he talked to showed an impressive grasp of the complexity of the challenge ahead, and he said he sensed a readiness to endure sacrifices that were necessary for the good of the nation.
A lawyer for News International at the Leveson inquiry into press standards has apologised for the phone hacking carried out at the News of the World. Rodri Davis QC acknowledged that the practice had been more widespread than initially thought, but he denied that it extended to the
Fast and Slow covers his 45 years of work in this area. I began by asking him about these 2 kinds of thinking he identified. System 1, which is fast, automatic and emotional, and System 2, which is slower and more logical.
Every one of us has experienced that there are some